Alright, what's going on? I would like to talk to you today about Battlefield 5 and the microtransactions that they will be implementing in January. Now, let's do some simple, quick information in case you don't know. Battlefield 5 has no premium pass. They removed it, which means all the maps that they release will be free. I don't know if they have released any maps at all because I don't have the game. But apparently they were all going to be free. Now, of course, this rings an alarm and says there will be microtransactions. What kind of microtransactions? Right? Or at least that's what I thought in my brain. And we got a leaked image of, a little Xbox card that said 6,000 Battlefield points for $50. Now, I don't know how much stuff you can buy with 6,000 Battlefield points, but the fact that it costs $50 sounds like you can buy quite a bit. Now, if I were you, I'd assume that I, the person making the video, have a problem with it. But I honestly don't. I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it in Red Dead Redemption. If you want to buy a purple horse, you go ahead. As long as it has the same stats that, my horse that I bought with in-game money has, it does not affect me whatsoever. Now, Red Dead Redemption is guilty of the same things that Battlefield 5 are, but on a different spectrum. And here's why. Both Battlefield 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2 launched without microtransactions. Okay? Both Red Dead Redemption and Battlefield 5 are not finished. Or at least Red Dead Online is not finished, it's in beta form. And Battlefield 5 is not finished. Okay. Now they both have microtransactions and they aren't finished. That is where I have a problem. And I said this in a Red Dead Redemption video. I don't have a problem with, the gold bars as long as you cannot buy them, in the beta. I told you I can see a problem with the gold bars once you can buy them, but in reality I don't have a problem with the gold bars because they're just cosmetics. Same thing with Battlefield. I don't have a problem with it because they're just cosmetics. My issue lies with it being an unfinished product and that you can now spend money on it. That is where I have an issue, personally. Now here's the difference between the two. Like I said, they're both similar but different. Red Dead Redemption is on a different spectrum. Why? Because Red Dead Online does not have any missing features. Everything that they promised, and they actually didn't promise anything, is in the game. They did not overpromise anything. They didn't say we're gonna add this and that, and then they didn't. But Battlefield did, or at least DICE did. If you do not recall, DICE promised a Battle Royale mode. Now, you may not care about Battle Royale. Maybe you're like, man, keep that. I don't want it. It's fine. But it is a game mode that they promised. And it's still not here. And you might be saying, well, yeah, they promised it for after the game was released. Okay. But still, the microtransactions are ready before Firestorm. So what does that tell you? What does the company prioritize over over the consumer, prioritizes money, right? And another feature that they promised and it's still not in the game, or so I've been told. You can fact check me on that one if you have it, is the ability to grab teammates that have been down and drag them to safety. That is still not in the game. So basically Battlefield 5 is not finished, and they are prioritizing microtransactions over actually delivering a finished product. Why is it that nobody in the Battlefield community is talking about that? Why is it that I believe, from what I've seen, I think I'm the only one making a video about it. Obviously my channel is not big enough to reach such a large audience, but it's still a question to be asked. Why is it that nobody is talking about the fact that EA is already implementing microtransactions into a game and they have not even finished it? Where does the team dedicate its time? But I think that's it for me. I just wanted to ask the question. And if you play Battlefield 5, I'm not trying to call you out, but why are you still playing Battlefield? I understand as a fan, because I am also a fan, but I think it's time to kind of prove to them that they should not be the ones in control here. Because at the end of the day, we're the ones with the money. We're the ones who should be deciding what gets implemented into the game before anything else. I mean, they have the chance basically to implement microtransactions, and so far we have kind of said that we don't want them, but we don't say it loud enough apparently, because they still do it. So I think it's time for the people who bought the game to actually take a stand, because otherwise they're just going to keep doing this. They're just going to keep putting money over finishing the game, and that is not good for anyone who likes Battlefield, such as myself, such as yourself. So, man, that's all I had to say. That's all I had to add. It's time for YouTubers to take accountability as well, because they are a big voice in this community. That's it for me. I will see you all next time if you stick around.